your song, and then literally right after, Solitaire song.
Yeah.
After.
Yeah.
I was like,
which
oh,
one?
man.
Trust Nobody or About to Change?
About to Change.
Oh,
and then he plays Solitaire song literally right after. I was like, oh my God, we're on his mind. It's crazy.
It's so funny. You know what? It's so funny how About to Change. It's funny how every record I did came about to be, but About to Change coming out was like, because I didn't like the response that I got from my first song, my first video, the Hotel and all that.
Hotel joint, yeah.
Because I got so much of a response. Yeah. It blew up so quick and so fast, and I didn't even like that because I felt that all I was doing was just talking shit. And so when I be in my neighborhood and shit, and I see all these kids and they love it, and they were like, all the kids from my neighborhood, they would be going nuts, but I wasn't saying nothing.
Yeah.
So I felt fucked up because I was like, I put out this record, which was done literally hours before submitting for Video Fact. Nobody knew RT, who's like a big director or whatever now, but nobody knew him. But he was like, "Yo, you got to put."
Okay,
should I be talking about this?
You're recording?
And I'm also recording audio too, so I'm already ahead of you.
I mean, you could probably figure out a way to clip it, but
no, it's okay. Yeah,
but we didn't have. He literally came to us like, you got to put a face to the name.
Got it.
Right? You're battle rapping everywhere. You're killing everybody, but on a cross country scale, you got to put a face to the name. We were just like, okay. We didn't have a song that we chose to do it. So the night before, I just went in the studio, and I'm not a pen to paper guy, and that's not a brag shit. It's just the way my brain works. I pace around the room back and forth, nonstop, repeating things over and over and over, and that's how I make records. Right? It's not. I don't memorize things and then come in and I walk around, I pace, I'll talk, whatever, and it just has to really feel. It has to feel, right? So the night before, I was just thinking, oh shit. What are all the things I'm going through? Okay, the city said they need a single from Bish. Woo! Heavy rotate my shit so the haters get pissed. I don't got a network. I ain't showing my teeth. I'm getting brains in the whip, blowing dro in the streets. Like, that's what I was talking about in the record, because it was just
that shit was dope.
I was just talking shit, though. I was just like, that was corner talk. It was corner talk, right? Yeah. It wasn't, I didn't think it was going to be, whoa. You know what I mean? I didn't think it was going to be, because if you don't know, and if you weren't there, then you don't know what I'm talking about. It was really impactful. It was an impact. That's not a word. There was a big impact. Yeah. Impactful is a word? Is that a word?
I say instrumental. I say instrumental.
But it was
okay, whatever.
But it was but in the moment, so we shot the video at the Grand Hotel, and Kiss 92.5 announced that my video was being shot there. And they have all these banquet rooms downstairs, and it wasn't even an hour full of people. They had to get security at the staircases. People were trying to come up. It was nuts. That video shoot, at the end of it, the Grand said, we will never shoot another hip-hop video here again.
And you were going through the kitchens and all sorts of shit?
Yeah, it was.
They literally did that for you. Like, people came out, like, just to party. Was that all organic, literally, like that?
It was nuts, yeah. It was crazy. Like, I mean, I had my block there. Like, I had my people there. But a lot of the people that were there were not.
What year was that again?
Oh my God, 2004?
Ish.
2004?
Damn.
Yeah, I said it. Oh yeah,
almost 20 years.
The end of 2004.
Damn. Yeah. I mean, I just did the 106 in Park. I did, so it was like everything was becoming a little bit more serious. It was like,
so you know what? Let's grab the intro, because Bishop pretty much just hopped right into that.
We're going to bring the intro. Come on now. Hold on.
I didn't even know. But I was.
No, I love it.
But that was just, about what you're saying about it's about to change, because I just did that record because I wanted to say something, because everybody was listening.
Yeah.
Let me talk about something that's going to mean something for a long time.
No doubt.
Wow, look at you. All right.
Woo!
Keep your mouth shut. I don't trust nobody.
Now, this is my joint right here.
I do my dirt up on my lonely.
Episode 514.
Nobody got shot. Nobody called the cops. They just watched the body drop.
Youngins, listen. Listen to the words. This could save you a lot of headache.
Semi-spray touch you. Huddle with the ones who love you. Remember, nobody gonna trust you. and you shouldn't need
Woo.
it. Ebenezer, them skeezers, your kids gon' need you. Them cops gon' be looking at feature.
Get it together, rapper.
They loading up them guns for your
This guy's giving life advice.
It's time to show them punks that you been a factor. But go solo. Your 44 blowing your homie know that's only Mo promo. He's at the station right now sketching your logo. Downloading his GoPro. Putting that circle around your photo.
Woo!
Now you're doing life in the bin. He's piping your wife and giving life to your kid.
That
Go
bar
girl.
hurts.
On my block, it was
But it's real.
It's so real. Oh my
I
God.
don't trust nobody. You gotta hustle, but I'm good, homie. I do my dirt up by my
Woo! Welcome to another episode of Steady Mobbin Podcast, episode 514.
Yes.
We have a special guest in the building. People use this term legend a bit too loosely. I don't. So when I call this man a legend, I mean that with every fiber of my being. He is a Toronto legend. He is a Scarborough legend. He is a battle rap legend. He's an actor. He's a rap artist. He's an entrepreneur.
Jeez.
My goodness. Make some noise for the gambling man himself, Bishop Brigante.
Hey. Yo, listen, I'm so happy to be here. I feel like this
You're
took a little
early.
bit of time. And I'm early.
Don't tell
I
his
won't
wife.
tell you how
I'm a little-
early
I'm a
you
little-
are,
I'm a
but
little-
you're
Don't,
early.
don't tell the shorty, man.
Oh my God. It is a pleasure to have you here. I've known you
Oh my God.
since Juice DVD. What, actually? Maybe?
Yeah.
Juice DVD.
Yeah.
07.
Oh my gosh.
And you were one of the first people that I reached out to that agreed to be on our DVD. I didn't know anybody. I had no connections to anybody in the industry. I just wanted Canadian talent on my DVD. And I'm like, fuck.
And that's historical. That's
Yeah.
historical. And you know what? Since I've known you and since I met you, I've had nothing but love for you. This is a great space for you because I know what you've done.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
where you've been,
I appreciate
and I know your value. And I think this is a great.
It's making me emotional. Let's drink. Let's drink to
This is all facts.
Yeah, yeah.
I've known you for so long.
Yeah.
And even how long a time span can go where I don't see you or speak to you, it has always felt like yesterday. So you've never changed your authenticity, and I'm happy.
Wow.
I'm happy to be. I don't pull up for podcasts.
Yeah.
I'm here with you because of that.
And you're
what I'm
early.
saying?
That's how you know somebody loves you, when they're here early.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We should end the interview on that note. Like, I'm on a high right
It's
now.
over.
notes,
That's it.
Robert.
That's it.
Take notes.
It's
Take
over.
notes.
Anyways, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I
Thank you for
mean,
having me.
what's going on? I see you got the outfit on.
Oh yeah. You know what? Hold on. I got you guys some stuff here.
Ooh, I like gifts.
It's exclusive stuff that's not out yet. I mean, this is the Skyline.
Oh, shit. Yeah. That's it. That's
Where
that's
you're from? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where you're from? The ends.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
It's
That's
been
it.
it's been a fruitful couple of years with the business, and
I love it.
you know what I mean. And there's more to come. I just put together a little something for you guys.
Quality's
But
good. I love it. It's good.
Wow. What inspired the I guess the name, The Ends?
You know what? It's the same thing that inspires everything I do. Community.
Got it.
My neighborhood, where I'm from, representing, our end of the city, your end of the city, from my ends to your ends. You know what I mean? That's how we've always called it. Yo, I'm on the ends, or where I'm in your end of the city. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's what it's always been. So when I was, and another inspiration was, the impact that Nipsey had. I mean, I was out in Cali years and years and years ago, before Crenshaw, before the Marathon clothing, and when it was just Sloss and Ave tees and stuff like that. I was inspired by that because I came into the shop when it was Sloss and Ave and saw hundreds of people in and out buying shirts, buying stuff.
In plain tees or
Crazy plain tees, and just and really representing where they were from.
Yeah.
So over the years, I was always like, man, it stuck with me. So I'd always be like in my phone with little apps where you have like font apps and like you could do little different things. I got it in my phone still, where I would just be like trying to figure out Kennedy Road, writing Kennedy Road in cool ways. What would hit?
Yeah.
And then I was like, I wrote all the streets in Scarborough on the sleeve.
I saw that. That's
right?
dope.
But I wrote, so like in the prototype, I wrote I wrote it all down, and that was what the hoodie was going to be, just the name of the streets on the sleeve. Because I was, you always think about the stripes on your arms, right? So that's where my brain was at. So when I looked at the final, prototype that I was making on my phone, I looked at it, I was like, yeah, this is going to be a real good way to represent the ends.
Yeah.
Represent the ends.
There it is.
And then I went into overdrive in my mind right there again. And I'm like, the ends, this is it.
Yeah.
And then and then when I finally got it, the way I kind of envisioned it, then I took it to my graphic designer and I said, make this, I don't want this to be a font. Yeah. This needs to be, original, whatever, a logo and stuff like that. And I made it. And then,
and I see Ice on. Wearing it. Method Man,
Royce, Crooked Eye. There's so many people now.
Wow.
Like it, in the beginning, it was like, wow, this is so dope, and there was like a couple people, and now it's just like people have just gravitated towards it on a bigger scale, and and then what's happening? I don't know when this is dropping, but February 22nd is the first episode that will be a prize on Wheel of Fortune.
I was about to mention that.
Word?
Yeah, it's a little different. I mean,
that's fire.
I don't like to sit inside the box. You know what I mean?
That's interesting.
I just like to, I always like to try to do things that are like where people will react like that.
How the hell did you pull that?
Man.
Yeah, for real. What'd
Actually,
you
don't say anything. Keep that to yourself.
Because then they're gonna get. But I will credit my girl. I will credit my son because we were all sitting together. We watch Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy religiously because I'm nice with Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. So everybody wants to beat me. Family.
Well, one day you'll go head to head. My old man literally put me right in front of the TV during Jeopardy.
I gracefully accept that challenge.
Just do it
because I love.
Dude, you could barely spell Steady Mobbin.
What are you talking about? No. He's talking about. Oh, this is funny.
But but
he spells Mobbin with a V.
Oh man, he's funny as hell.
But that's what it was, and it was like one day I was like, man, the end's got to be on that wheel.
Yeah.
And then we all just brainstorm a little bit and talk it out, and we thought that it would be something that would cost like $100,000-$200,000. It's a big show. It's like I got 4 episodes already filmed. That's almost like 50 million viewers.
Wow.
See, it's. I'm glad that you said that earlier. You want to be outside the box,
right?
I live under a rock for the last like maybe 15 years. I've been grinding, you know what I mean? And I didn't realize you're an actual actor too. Like you literally were in a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
When did you decide, hey, you know what, I'm gonna get this bread this way?
I didn't. I got a phone call from Joe Carnahan. He's the director. He went on to do like The Gray, Smoking Aces.
Okay.
He's the guy who wrote.
Wow.
He did a couple movies. He's done a bunch.
Yeah.
And bro, it was like completely the most random phone call I've ever gotten in my life.
I bet, man.
I was living with my mother in Scarborough. I was just living with my mom, and I got a phone call. Hey, what's up? Is it Bishop? I was like, yeah. All right, listen, man. I'm a director from LA. I got this movie I'm shooting, and I heard you're the guy for the part.
Is that his voice?
Close enough.
Yeah, Hollywood. That's Hollywood.
It's a little raspy. And when he sees this, he's gonna die laughing that was my impersonation of him, which means I'll never get another. but he basically called like that, and I was like, yeah, that's cool, man, thanks, and I hung up because I thought
you didn't believe it.
I thought it was somebody just fucking with me, right? He called right back. Don't fucking hang up on me. I'm not kidding with you, right? And I'm gonna send you something. Memorize it. And I want to see you at this spot in a couple of days or whatever. Cool. So I was like, all right. And then I got the phone call, and then I got the email, and I was like, okay, cool.
This is actually happening.
Yeah. So I was like, whatever. Like I still didn't really.
Yeah.
I didn't register. It doesn't register.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially when you're a guy from the block, if you're just from the corner, you're a rapper, you're doing,
Is it what kind of fuck we trying to make you do or whatever?
It just didn't. It didn't seem like it didn't.
Yeah, you're probably like, yo, this is a setup tape.
Yeah.
So here's the joke.
Pedophile.
See, this is why I wanted
he just wanted
to end the interview early. This guy was gonna fuck it up.
Whoa! I don't know how we got there.
I mean, no, you know what?
I don't know how we got there.
You know what's so funny? I'm like the biggest level 7 person. I'm like, yo, this person is.
How did we get there?
Fuck me over.
Okay.
My liver's gonna be gone.
I just want to pretend it didn't happen.
I feel like we need a Patreon episode. That might be a Patreon episode. But anyways, so then what happened was I went down to the audition, and I walked into this room, and there was a bunch of people that were like really like stressing out in this waiting room, right? And then I saw the guy from Degrassi. You know the guy with the hat? What's his name?
Oh, Joey?
Yeah. So he had known, I guess he just kind of like recognized me like as a rapper. It was just like some cordial shit. He wasn't like, yo, bitch. But we were just like, yo, what's up, man? How you doing? Oh, yeah, you know, I knew he was the guy. I never watched the show, but I knew he was the guy with the hat.
Yeah.
You know that guy, right? So like I said, you know who he was.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I was like, oh, what's up? And then he was like, what are you here for? I was like, oh, I don't know. They asked me to come for this role or whatever. And then he was there for that role. And he was like,
Oh, he
was like, good luck. Like, not in a
I see.
not a good luck way.
Yeah.
he was vexed.
Yeah, because I guess I was a rapper.
Yeah.
For this role that he, you know, actors take that shit serious.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
And they asked you to come. So I'm assuming in the actor world, that's probably not a
Well,
big
yes.
thing if you're trying to get the role.
right. So
Yeah.
so I walked into the room because the director called me, and I walked to the room, and let me set the scene. It's a long, like a rectangle room, right? And on this side of the room is a chair. And on that side of the room is a long table with a bunch of people, a camera guy, and out of all those people, the director's there. He's like, hey, listen, buddy, man, this is your role to lose. Don't lose the role. You know what I mean? You know, just give it all you got. And I was like, okay, cool. And I sat in the chair. So I'm all the way at the other end and I sat in the chair and I was like, okay, cool, here we go. Right? So I put my hands over my eyes and started screaming at the top of my lungs because I got hot sauce in my eyes.
That's wild.
In the scene, I got hot sauce in my. They pour hot sauce in my eyes. The cops.
Yeah.
Some cop shit to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Method
They threw the. So I put my hands over my eyes and I started screaming at the top of my lungs. Now, all of a sudden, and this goes back to what you said. All of a sudden, this man with white hair and a full white beard, white hair, shaggy white hair, old looking man.
Hell's Angels looking dude.
Flies. I am not contributing. Flies out of the chair and attacks me.
Jeez.
Grabs me. Now, by the way, whatever year this was, I had a Sean John tracksuit, and this is when they were like $600.
The velour joints?
Yeah, half
Yeah,
velour,
yeah.
half windbreaker shit.
Yeah.
Like this was.
I had one.
it
They're not
wasn't-
cheap.
Yeah, and
Can't touch.
shout out to Platinum World, my man Kane.
Yeah.
I had it, you know what I mean? So he flew out of his chair and grabbed me and attacked me. So now, immediately, Kennedy Road, this is a setup. I've been set up. This is fucked up. Now I grab the guy back. Now I'm like out of my chair, and we are like, he's screaming. I'm like, what the? I'm losing my mind because I'm in fight. I don't have flight. I'm in fight mode now.
Yeah.
But he smart. Like made sure that when he grabbed me in a way that, you know what I mean, like a bouncer would.
Got
you
it,
know what I
got
mean?
it, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't have the full, and he don't have the full, but we're going. And then all of a sudden, and I'm swearing, I'm wild, I'm freaking out. I'm wondering who's about to kick me in my head. I'm waiting for anybody to scream "World Star." I don't know what's about to happen, right? And then all of a sudden, I hear the director cry, "Stop! Stop! Stop!" And then so like me, and we've like fallen. We're like at that point, it's going down, right? And then all of a sudden, the guy goes, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Fuck you mean? Am I okay? The fuck are you doing?"
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I look at him, and bro, it blew my fucking mind. I said, "Yo, you're that guy from fucking Goodfellas." It was Ray Liotta, bro.
Oh, shit.
It was Ray Liotta.
No way.
God
Yo,
bless-
make some noise for that.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
goodness.
God bless him.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Oh my
R.I.P.
goodness.
The great Ray Liotta.
Yeah,
bro.
R.I.P.
So that doesn't happen often. Like where the star of the show is like the movie is like doing a test,
Like a reading? Is that what they call it?
Yeah,
Casting call.
no, yeah, but it's like where
Rehearsal?
where you guys have compatibility or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
When you're I don't
Chemistry?
know. Chemistry. That's
There
what-
we go.
On screen chemistry, right?
Yeah.
They don't do that often.
So hold on, is that a subtle flex real quick? You acted with Ray Liotta in a movie?
No, that's a big flex.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Nothing subtle about that one.
And that story is amazing.
I'll rock with that one. I'll take that as a big flex. But that's how it went down. And the director literally opened the door and said to everybody else, "Hey, thanks for coming out. It's casted," and everybody had to go home.
And Joey's been DMing you hate messages ever since.
I've never seen him again. I've never seen him again. On screen or off screen. Pause. I'm just kidding. But no, he that was probably one of the craziest things I ever experienced in acting, with Ray Liotta just flying out of his, because it didn't look like him.
Yeah.
You think
beard?
Full white,
I
full
can't
white
imagine
beard,
that. Yeah.
white hair.
So what
At
was
least that's what I remember, bro. Like, it was crazy. Like, he was not Ray Liotta.
So what was
man,
the experience like actually shooting like that scene now, like for the movie?
Incredible.
Yeah.
Because the way Joe shoots is like, he's very raw. Like, if you look at all of his movies, he's very raw. He likes, a lot of handheld shots. He likes a lot of stuff that you can't, like, the action scenes are just done different. So when we shot this, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie Narc, but when we shot the scene where we have the shootout, in the weird thing about it was, when the actors could not see any of the cameras. So everything felt very real.
Nice.
So we shot it a few times, and when the first couple of times, when I back out the ting on the guy, and he's shooting at me, sparks are flying behind my head, and you're hearing ding on the wall. So now it sounds like this is a was it Brandon Lee's situation?
Yeah.
It sounds like things are flying. So now
they're using real bullets.
So now when I'm aiming, I'm moving because I feel like I just heard something zip by my head. I don't know this, bro. I'm not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hear something
straight from the hood. That shit sounds real, man.
I hear something zip by my ear, bro. Now I'm aiming at your melon because I don't know what's going on here. And I'm moving a different way, right?
Yo, those sound like Galloway bullets.
It's not good, bro. It's not good.
That's traumatizing.
I was prong. And you know what? We also had these things on us. They're called squibs, right? And this is what explodes. It's a pack on you, and it's blood in the pack, like fake blood or whatever. But when you get shot, the squib explodes, so it gives you that effect of like, every time you see that, they're called squibs. I had no idea about no squib. Yeah. I thought it was just something that I didn't know how they were going to do it. So Ray and Jason Patrick spent as much time as they could freaking me out about the squibs. Yeah. Telling me if I sweat too much, I'm gonna get electrocuted. Telling me that if it goes off, it might explode in my face. They were fucking with me the whole time, bro. Yeah. And I was paranoid about these squibs because I don't know. I'm not from that, bro. I don't know nothing about no squibs. If you get thrown into an action movie and they're putting packs on you with blood, you're like, yo,
absolutely.
People are hooking it up to electrical things, and you're like.
By the way, what's the director's name again?
Joe Carnahan.
Joe Carnahan, you could throw hot sauce in my eyes anytime. Call me. I'm always available for a role. And this is why I respect you so much, because you're one of the first Canadian artists that I remember that was actually out there, like on TV. 116 in Park was like my first time. Like, you were the first Canadian to actually do it.
Absolutely.
Make some noise for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Big up.
And to salute the other guys that were after me. Sharon.
He's a monster.
Organic did
another monster.
Organic did a Spring Bling freestyle. I think it was Spring Bling he did.
Yeah.
And then the last person to do it was Young Stitch.
He's dope too.
Because I hosted BET's Freestyle Friday in Canada, in Toronto. So they had a whole big tournament, and I hosted the one, which is kind of crazy because it went from being disqualified to becoming the host of it.
That's crazy.
That was pretty cool. But yeah.
So tell me, how many weeks did you do on
3?
And you got disqualified.
Yes.
And you were up against.
I think because you swore.
Yeah. Or is
that? Well, that's debatable.
yeah.
It's debatable.
Well, it's how
I didn't swear, but it's never been able to be disputed because of they bleeped it, right? But I know what I said. I said, like, I was literally just saying I'm rocking this hit like Weezy Wayne. it doesn't make sense to say I'm rocking this shit like Weezy Wayne. I'm rocking this hit because he was the judge and he had hits. He had a hit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I said I'm rocking this hit like I'm putting a hit out on the girl. I'm rocking this hit like Weezy Wayne, and after this battle, I'm gonna need some brains. You could have disqualified me for that, not for saying I said shit. I didn't say shit. I said I'm rocking this hit like Weezy Wayne, but whatever.
And was that against?
It was against a girl.
Oh, it was against a girl.
It was.
That's wild.
Listen, if they had let me continue, I would have probably battled 4 girls, bro. It was a terrible, like they did a 4-girl run after.
Yeah.
I would have been like, let's get rid of all this and let's get straight to like Baltimore Backman or something shit like that.
Do you think there was some like conspiracy?
Of course,
yeah,
of
absolute
course.
conspiracy against Canadians.
Because number one, I lied and said I auditioned. I didn't. And then when they find that out, like 106 in Park was what I had to do next. I beat everybody in freestyle battles all across the board.
Yeah.
I lost one battle, and I'll gracefully accept the third battle I did with Jin.
Yes, I was there for that.
Right.
Yeah,
and not my night. And
Yeah.
I probably should have came with writtens like he did, but during that time in freestyle battles, that was against law. You don't come with writtens in a freestyle battle. He did, and he got me. And I brought a knife to a gunfight, right? So I took my L.
And I want you to clear this up, right? Because better to hear this from a battle rapper. A freestyle is no writtens off of the dome, right? That's truly what a freestyle is.
Absolutely.
Because I see people get misconstrued all the time. Somebody spits some bars, it's written, they call it a freestyle. But
I mean, okay, so a mixtape freestyle is a written thing. It's when you're rapping over somebody else's beat. There's different levels to it. But if we're rapping on the street or whatever, and we're freestyling, or we're in a freestyle battle, that's off the top.
yeah.
Right? You're not. That's what I know, and I come from the era where, when you're battling somebody and it's written, you're cheating.
That's how I see it.
That's
what I thought.
But we can't be those guys and not respect evolution.
Yeah.
Because what battle rap has become today is incredible, and it's good because a lot of freestyle battles are horrible because not a lot of people are really good at it. Yeah. So the entertainment value could never progress to the levels that it is today.
Absolutely.
If they weren't prepared,
you're right.
Prepared content that would, entertain people.
Absolutely.
For
Absolutely.
long, right?
Which brings me to my next question. King of the Dot. Always see you front row, you organic and Gully. Yes. How did that connection happen?
Yeah.
Naturally, I used to throw battles. I was, I was the freestyle champion or whatever, and forever. And then I'd throw events, and then eventually I met Organic as a competitor. He was competing.
Yeah.
And he was gross. He was nasty. He was just a different type of energy that I never saw before.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that type of culture and that type of like rap style and stuff like that. I was never into like
Lyrical Miracle.
I don't have He was like horrorcore, like hard.
Okay. Like necro.
Necro. That's
like necro raps.
Yeah.
The name. So he was like completely different, and it was kicking everybody's ass. So I always thought he was incredible, and so when I'd be hosting events, and then he would be battling, and I always thought this kid's gonna win. He's the guy, right?
Yeah.
And then later on, again, I left battle rap like as far as being a freestyle battler, and started making music and making a career out of it. And then somebody, Biz.
Yeah. Shout out to Biz.
Shout out to Biz Brown. He brought me to the first King of the Dot event I ever went to. I think it was like the third event they ever had.
Oh, wow. So you were there.
The first time that they had it indoors. And he brought me there. And I just went there and I got wasted. And I had so much fun. And, everybody showed me love because I had progressed to another level. And everybody had known that. And, they were showing love. And I felt comfortable. I felt great. And I was interacting with all the fans. And I just, I fell in love with it because it was dope. And as time grew on and the relationship that me and Organic developed and, just constantly coming out, and he's always asking me to host or whatever, or co-host and stuff.
You really created a name for yourself, man. And that saying, put that.
Oh, take that fucking mirror down.
Yeah. What the hell does that mean? Sounds dope as hell, though.
I don't know if I could tell you, bro, because nobody knows. There's only a couple of people that know. And God bless the Actually, yeah. God bless the dead. There's only a couple people that really know, but it's I'll probably leave it in my paperwork when I check out.
Yeah.
But there might be a video online where I'm wearing a red sweater with a blue hat on YouTube where I did accidentally mention it. So if you find that video with me wearing a red sweater and a blue hat, tap in.
You look like you want to ask a question, but let me just ask this one question.
Wait.
Yeah,
because
we will.
I got emotional because for a second because God bless Littles General.
Yeah.
There was between Sazy, Littles, and myself, and a couple other people. It was there was an ongoing joke about that saying, and when I said it, it was to entertain them because they were at the event, and then it took off, and nobody knew what it meant, and it actually means something positive. It sounds wild when I say take that fucking mirror down now, bitch. But the now bitch was the funny part of it. Yeah. But it actually means something really positive. But because none of us ever came forward with what that actually meant because it was something personal between all of us, just never told anybody.
Yeah.
And then people get angry. They get really angry about it because people that don't know me hate my guts because they don't know what that means. And it's a very strange thing for people to hate me for. Yeah. So it makes me not want to tell you even more because you're weird. And if you're going to be weird, you got to work on that yourself.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to give you the answer to take away your weirdness. It's not going to happen.
Okay. Real quick, RP to the dead, real quick.
Absolutely.
Okay, so...
rest in peace, Little. Rest in peace, Pat Stay.
That's where I was going.
Yeah.
Pat Stay.
That one shook me, though. That one, Pat Stay shook me.
They both did for me.
Yeah, no doubt.
Where were you when you first heard the news about Pat Stay?
I was home.
You were home?
Yeah, I was home. And I have all these people that are very special that I've lost, right? And I always get like specific text messages that are really early in the morning. And when I wake up to those ones, my heart does something different, right? And I feel this.
Yeah.
And that one, like Sean Price, like PH.
Yes.
Like a lot of other people, like people
right,
from my
P. Pumpkinhead, Sean Price,
You know, these are people that I was very close with, and then to hear that about Pat, that didn't even register. So I knew there was text messages in my phone, and there was a message from Royce, and there was a message from Swave, and I didn't check the message because they came so early. So I didn't check the messages, and I went on social media because something told me to go on social media. And when I went on social media, I saw people saying different things, but it wasn't confirmed. And then I checked my messages.
That confirmed it.
And it confirmed it. And I was heartbroken. You know what I mean? I was heartbroken because I have such a long, a long history as a friend to Pat. And, just experiencing him as a person for what feels like, 13 years? 12, 13 years. And, he was by far the most well-rounded, talented battle rapper that,
absolutely,
that ever came out of Canada. And he was also, and I'm not saying that because he passed away, bro. When I met Pat Stay and he was battling, I literally went into a different mindset for him because I saw talent in him, and I said he can't be battling these guys that he's battling, which made me cold call Arsenal in New Jersey because Arsenal was killing everybody in fight clubs and killing everybody out there. I said, yo, we've got to give Pat Stay better competition, and then it'll branch him worldwide. And Arsenal had never traveled like that. Now he's the most traveled battle rapper ever. That was his first international battle to come to Canada. And Pat stayed the same with him. And those guys are, larger than life based off of that. That's what I'm saying. Like, when I'm not saying this because Pat Stay passed away. I'm saying this because the moment I heard him rap in person and met him, I knew he was a star. And I wanted to do whatever I could, small or big, to help him because I felt like I could. I had the connections. And this is what continued my relationship being in King of the Dot, because I felt that anybody that was that talented deserved the right guidance, deserved the right,
Absolutely.
I went through so much stuff in the battle rap circuit and the battle rap world so you don't have to go through that. So I tried to use, I always try to put on a different hat when it comes to different situations when I can help people.
Absolutely.
And whether it helped them a little bit or a lot, I'm grateful that I even had the opportunity to do that.
And it makes sense because you're an OG. You're an OG in the game. And Passe was such a unique personality. First time I saw him in action was against Marv Wood. Oof. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And then when I found out he was from Canada, I'm like, wow, this is one of our guys?
Yeah.
And then I followed him on Facebook, Instagram, and then his willingness to be vulnerable and just be himself and just so open.
Probably one of the funniest people you've ever seen.
So funny.
Yeah.
And just so secure with himself.
Yeah.
Like, I've never met him, but honestly, when I heard the news, it felt like I lost a family member.
100%. 100%. And, it really showed by how far it shook up the entire world. Like, everybody felt it because he was such a solid person. Yeah. You know what I mean? And,
So you're going to be at the event February 26th, the fundraiser?
I don't know if I'll be there.
You don't know?
Yeah. I don't work with King of the Dot anymore.
Oh,
and
shit.
I haven't for a long time, right? So I don't know if I'll be there.
What happened there?
What happened? Irreconcilable differences.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. I didn't know.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I love those guys as human beings and as friends, as the friendship that we had for so long, right? But different things came.
He's an honorable man, but up until now, the way you spoke about them was just like gold.
Yeah, that's why
I
felt. Yeah.
You never guessed.
That's why.
Well, no, you know what? And it's not that. It's nothing bad. It's just there's just things that don't work amongst people, and if it doesn't work, but that doesn't change how I feel about them as people. Whatever. If we never crack again, or if we do crack again, it doesn't matter. Like I have a very long history and extensive friendship with everybody over there, right? Yeah. So, I'll never change. I'll never be different. You know what I mean? I may not rock with certain things that go on, but I'll never change who I am. I've always supported everybody and what they're doing, and I hope, but nothing but success for them, right? So if I'm not there or if I am there, everybody else should be there.
If you decide to go, let me know. I'm going there regardless, but I'll love to roll in with you.
Absolutely, that'd be dope.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
God.
And I don't know if there's still tickets, but if there is, we'll get tickets and we'll go. If not, I'll be watching it on pay-per-view. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be, it's going to be incredible, and all the proceeds go to Pat Stay's family.
That's beautiful. Make some noise for that.
Who's Sharon battling again?
Sharon is battling Hollow the Don.
Damn, that's going to be a wild one.
That's going to be incredible.
That's going to be a wild one.
Yeah. Sharon is, when it comes to rebuttals, this guy, I mean, he's one of the best I've ever seen. Like, his rebuttal game is insane.
Not even a large oxtail walked in with that guy. Like, oh, not even a large oxtail with some rice and peas. The man just came in all quiet, just sat down.
Shout out to Extra Gravy host.
Not even a large oxtail. Where's the bag, bro? Like, what? No food. All right.
Oh shit.
I remember when you early on in your career when you first hit the scene, people were going at you saying that he's not from Scarborough, he's not from Section 6, he's not from Burlington. Where the hell is that?
Burlington? What?
Yeah, no. Actually, they said
Bolton.
that you were Bolton. There we go.
Bolton.
They kept on saying you were from Bolton and I hate to go 25 years back, but that's always something that's always been on my mind. Like, why people are going at you like on that level?
Well, they're angry, right?
But why Bolton though?
Because I was out there for a bit.
Okay, got it.
So what happened was, I obviously was a troubled youth, right?
Yeah.
And at one period of time when I got into some mix-up, and we had to move, and we had to move up north. And if you ever travel to Bolton or Caledon area, there's an area called Station View. Station View is literally in the smack middle of Bolton and is literally housing in Bolton.
Okay.
It's unbelievable. So we had to move there because I wasn't allowed to be in Scarborough during this situation that I was dealing with. So we were out there. I made a very big impact in that neighborhood, in that city. Made a very big impact with everybody out there. Was never accepted in that neighborhood because I was the kid from Scarborough. And then as soon as I racked up and got out of the court situation I was in, I was back in Scarborough.
Yeah.
Do I love a lot of people from Caledon East, Caledon, Bolton, Brampton, fucking Tottenham, Palgrave, like any of those areas?
Yeah.
I love a lot of people out there. I don't deny it, but even some of those people that didn't know any better, they think I'm from Bolton. They think I'm from Bolton, but that's okay. I don't mind that. I don't. And I'll tell you off camera, but there was a specific person who ran with that, and them running with that because they weren't what I was. So if they weren't what I was, they had to campaign to make people believe that I was that.
You sure you don't want to tell us on camera? We could use a viral moment right now.
It doesn't matter. No, they will not make it a viral moment. That's why I'm not. But you know who's from Bolton? Organic.
Organic's from Bolton.
Organic's actually from Bolton.
Okay.
Yeah, like
shout out to Organic.
Yeah, he's actually from Bolton, and he reps that properly because that's you got to wear where you're from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to wear where you're from. But I'm from Scarborough. I'm from Kennedy Road.
No, I met you
Top
there
to the
multiple
bottom.
times. Yeah. But that was just one of those things that always been in my head. I'm like, where did they get Bolton from? Like, where is
Bro,
this?
I have crazy like not like, you know, it's not podcast worthy stories because some of them are wild.
People hated your guts from what I remember.
Because you're the hardest working cat at the time. He was working
Well,
hard.
no, not that time. At that time, I was pretty fucked up guy. I was pretty fucked up. But they didn't like. I'm talking like day one living out there. I got expelled from school because I was getting teased immediately about like, oh, you guys are from Scarborough. Oh, did you guys eat on paper plates out there? Like that's the way they were dealing with it. Right? It's not a melting pot of a community.
Got it.
Right? So you're either Italian. This is then. I don't know what it's like now, but you're either Italian, you were either, Caucasian, or you were, that was it. It was either Italian or just like white, right?
Yeah.
And it was very few and far between. Like I remember every single person that was black there. So if I knew everybody that was black there, that wasn't a lot. You know what I'm saying? If you know them all. So that there was no multicultural melting pot of a culture that where I grew up, right? I grew up, my family's very multicultural from Trini to Peruvian to German to I have a melting pot of a bloodline. So being out there, it was like immediate, immediate hatred, immediate discrimination, not based on my color, but based on my background, based on my environment I'm from, and just them being, who they were and having the vibes that they did. Yeah. So I literally people were trying to fuck with me from day one, and I got expelled because I don't move light. So when the school was trying to rush me, then they realized they couldn't rush me, and then everything got a little different, and everybody ran, and then I was labeled as the nut bar from Scarborough. Right?
They're trying to rush Section 6.
It wasn't going to work.
What's your?
And I never got touched out there ever. So you know what I mean?
Oh, of course. You probably fucking regulated those kids. I mean, that's what I mean.
I like that. Regulators. Regulators.
What's your favorite movie that you made?
Oh, well, I mean, Narc by far. I've only been in a few, but they were cool. But
you're like 5. You're in 5 or 6 of them.
Well, more TV shows probably than movies. Oh my God, these movies.
What's the show? Platinum? Was it Platinum? Platinum.
Ooh, Platinum.
Yeah, that's yeah.
That was. They ripped off Platinum years later. What
From
was
Entourage, was it?
No, not Entourage. What was the one that Terrence Howard was in?
Hustle and Flow.
No. This is a TV show.
TV.
And he was like, what is his name? Lucian in or something like that?
Empire.
Yeah. Complete rip-off of Platinum. Platinum was way too ahead of its time. The problem with Platinum was there was way too many chefs in the kitchen, and in order for us to exist, Girlfriends had to go. And Girlfriends was not going to go. And our budget was through the roof. Crazy show, though. And it only has 6 or 7 episodes, which are insane. And again, we were on UPN, and Girlfriends was at the top of it. And but that show later on becomes Empire, and that is I feel Platinum would have been the biggest thing ever if the right chefs were in the kitchen and everything just went. We believed like this is my friendship with Sticky Fingers began. Like we believed we were good. So every check that I got, and again, I'm a kid from Scarborough.
Yeah.
When I got my first check and I didn't do anything, and I got a check, and it was for like $13,000. I looked at it, I said to the lady, "Are you sure?" Because if I spend this, and you come back to me later talking about this ain't mine,
I ain't got it right
You got to pay that back. Plus, you're going to jail.
I'm not getting it. I'm paranoid, right? I'm not like I did the movie, but now I'm on set for a TV show. It was different. So when I got that check, and it was like, "No, that's yours," and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I was only there for like 3 days. I was like, "Yo, this is crazy money." I was terrible with my money, bro. I was terrible. I rented cars.
You were young.
I rented cars. The first check, I could have got a decent car. I was renting cars.
Or you could have bought a home right now.
All types of stuff, right? Ridiculous. Lots of Hennessy was purchased.
Yeah.
And we went out every night. So, we didn't. So we actually thought, we counted our chickens before they were hatched. We all thought, yo, this is it. This show is going.
We got 39 seasons coming.
We thought this was it.
Yeah.
We thought it was it, and it wasn't it. It wasn't it. So to get that call to be like, yo, this is not. But the show was so good, bro. People, like, they should just drop that first season and let it go and let it rock, just so people could just see how dope it was. Because there was like wild violence in it.
I'm gonna search for it.
I gotta find my DVDs because I got the DVDs.
It's probably streaming somewhere. It's probably streaming
somewhere. Bro, but it's like MC Light was in it.
Yeah, it's streaming somewhere.
There's so many people that were in it, bro. It was wild.
How we doing for time?
We're doing good. I have one more question, and then you can ask him your question.
Okay, go ahead.
My question is
just no pedophile questions, please.
Oh my god,
the best. you know this debate. The best. Did you ever? You took the DTC from time, like Subway and all that shit, from Warden to Kennedy.
You never heard Kipling and Kennedy?
Yeah, hold on. What?
You never heard Kipling and Kennedy?
Of course I did.
All right. Well, that's. Of course, I've taken the train.
Your favorite patty stop?
Warden, by far.
For real, eh?
By far.
Tell them.
If anybody, I don't even care. I don't even care what people argue about.
It's Warden.
That's it. I don't even long talk that.
Yeah.
There's no long talks for
It's
that.
Warden.
It's Warden with a cocoa bread.
I don't know. I think Sunrise might have the best patties.
Hey, listen.
And that ain't the liquor talking.
It could be whatever you like, but I just know what I've only ever known.
Yeah.
So I don't have to argue about it.
That's the
Everybody
Warden. It's
can
that Warden.
You can have, you know what I mean? But when you go there and you get one,
yeah.
See, you probably haven't gotten
the thing
one.
that makes
Have
Sunrise.
you gotten one from Warden?
Yeah, I have.
No, you front. That was
no.
You're front.
No, what did you say? What was yours?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Marlon in the background.
Downsview.
All right.
That's third.
Have you been to Warden?
I don't really go there.
You been to Warden?
But it might be overrated because when you have gone there, when you've gone there, right? I'm an older guy.
Light skin patty.
Back on it, light skin.
Wow.
Biracial patties.
But again, it's got to be a time when you've gone there.
Yeah.
Things could change.
That's
People
true.
can like the guy baking the shit or the guy or doing the stuff. He's stressed out now. It's been years.
Yeah.
He's making them different. He's not doing.
And then the pandemic.
The mid 2000s was bomb.
So whoever's doing that, I think that has to account for the time that you've gotten it. Because I've had what's Randy's? I've had great shit from there, not by choice, but then you get it and you're like, oh, all right, this could rock, and I'm still Warden all day. You know, that's where I'm
still gonna rock with Sunrise.
With the iced tea.
With the way they burn their
Arizona
patties and just like serve it to you 8 weeks later, nothing's topping that. I got a question. Who is on your Mount Rushmore of Canadian hip hop?
Nobody's gonna ride with you with that, by the way, because they know what's up. It's Warden. I don't know what. I didn't even know they made patties on Downsview.
You know, we're gonna have you back, and we're gonna have a patty
I've
test.
never known Downsview.
We're gonna have a patty test. I'm bringing patties from Sunrise. I'm gonna bring a box.
Oh my god!
No, please don't.
No, bring one and bring a box.
Okay, I'll bring one
and bring the Warden stuff, and then you got to bring the Downsview stuff.
I'll
make sure I go to
Downsview patty.
I've never.
Like what?
It's for science. It's for science. It's for science.
Okay. Serious question. Who's on your Mount Rushmore of Canadian rap? You can't say yourself,
You gotta look at the camera right there.
Okay. My Mount Rushmore. Wow.
I hope you offend somebody because we need a viral moment right now.
Do we?
Yeah, views are kind of low.
Okay, my Mount Rushmore of. Oh my God. Okay, wait.
So that's 4.
What? Yeah. What's my criteria?
It's blurred.
What's
It's
my
blurred.
criteria?
It's blurred, sir.
What's
It's
my
blurred.
criteria?
It's blurred.
No white rappers.
What?
No, I'm just being dumb. Nobody. No, I mean, there's whatever.
What's criteria? We're talking about.
Oh, okay, so let's stick to your bag, man. Lyricism, flow, like
Dolo.
Let's.
Dolo from Ghetto Concept. Dolo from
Where's
Ghetto
he?
Concept
That's a left.
is oh my God, lyrically, Dolo from Ghetto Concept is I've heard, seen, and toured with them, and I think Dolo is probably the most underrated, probably one of the most underrated rappers of all time in Canada. Okay. He's incredible. So I put Dolo there.
1. Okay.
Wow, this is crazy. I never had to do a Mount Rushmore of. I'll do Jellystone. Wow, that's 2 Rexdale. That's crazy. Jellystone is a personal reason though,
Okay.
because Jellystone was instrumental in the first time I was ever on stage.
Got it.
Right.
Got it.
And he actually, we were all together. I was very young, and I was at a Caravana party, and John B was performing. And John B was like on the drums and stuff, and he wanted people to freestyle. And then somebody jumped up and freestyled, and it was terrible. And everybody was like, no more freestyling. And then Jelly went up there and talked to his manager and was like, yo, I'm going to get this kid to come up here and get busy. And then he literally, like, Jelly's a big guy, and I was little, very little. And he literally grabbed me and threw me on the stage. And then John B was like, he said my name. He said, come on, Bishop, break it down, whatever. And then I just went nuts.
Yeah.
I remember the first bar I said, Caravana's all about love. Nobody harmed me. How many girls in the front row said Bishop looked like John B? And they went crazy. I don't look like John B, but that's what I said in that moment.
Yeah.
Wow.
And anyway, so Jellystone, oh my God, Mount Rushmore, I can't do 4.
We got 2
You
more.
got 2 more.
Pressure's on.
Can't do 4. All right, let me get back to the East. Maestro Fresh West.
Okay.
If he didn't start it,
Yeah.
if he didn't start it and make it so cool,
Yeah.
who knows who would have started it and not made it cool?
Got it.
And didn't, it wouldn't have paved the way. And at the age he's at now, to still be so engulfed in the culture, engulfed in the music, and engulfed in the lyricism, and just an all around OG Godfather icon, Maestro Fresh West.
Shout out, Maestro. Would love to have you here. 1 more.
I have to say it, and
Here comes the controversy.
no, it's not controversial at all.
No, he's gonna say, I know.
I'm going to say the last person I'll put on my Mount Rushmore is very personal and very, again, instrumental in my career, and that's Choclair. I'm putting Choclair. I'm putting Choclair there because he was the first one to take me on a cross country tour, and actually put me in front of all the people, before I was remotely anything.
And he's such a nice guy. We had him here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
Yes.
super solid, super nice guy, and he believed in me and has always believed in me, and
Love it.
And so there's like, and he can rap, like when he really raps, when he really raps, like he goes. And all those guys I was talking about, but I hold, but Mount Rushmore is tough for me, right?
Yeah.
Because I have a high regard for Socrates. I have a very high regard for Cardinal. I have a very high regard for Khalifa, Citizen Kane. I have these are people that I
See, I don't like what he's doing right now. He's cleaning it up right now. No. You got your 4. That's
I know,
it.
we're gonna put a disclaimer right under your face right
no
there.
honorable mentions.
Disclaimer.
So I said Dolo. I said Jellystone.
Jelly.
I said
Maestro.
and I said Choclair.
Yeah. I like that.
That's it.
Yeah.
I like that. We got time for the shot review? Or?
We're gonna close one up and then we're gonna go to the shot review.
Really?
Yeah, close it up, baby.
I gotta close this segment. Can we close it to someone like one of his tracks?
Yeah, let's do it.
Which one?
Man, what do you have any suggestions?
Money. Tona featuring Bishop Brigante.
Ooh, I don't know if I heard that.
I'm only rapping with rappers that can actually rap, and then I'm only rapping with rappers that can actually rap. And if they can actually rap, I want to do whatever I can to kick their ass. And I love the competitive nature with Tona and everybody else that can rap really good. So only features I'm doing now are with people that can really rap. And this one got me out of my cave of not rapping with anybody because Tona's incredible. But I still think I kicked his ass.
Wow, I like that. And by the way, turn it down a bit. Just let everybody know where they could cop your clothing.
The ends.ca. That's it. The ends.ca. Where you're from. Hit me up. Hit up the website. Hit up the Instagram, which is the ends.ca as well. That's it.
And that is it from the Steady Mobbin Podcast with my annoying co-host, Black Mob, and the Toronto legend. Remember, I don't use legend loosely, man. And I mean it when I say it. This man's a legend. Bishop Brigante.
Respect, man. Thank you, brother.
I'd love to have you here again
Thank
sometime.
you. Absolutely.
Trust anybody.
Tona kills us. Listen to this shit.